guys, Courtney here. It is Tuesday and it is time for us to set our weekly intention. We've been joining together here for some time now, connecting, painting the signs and symbols that come to us while setting this weekly intention. And I'm telling you, it has been something that has been extremely positive in my own life. Today, it was interesting. I had a session with a client, and as she was thumbing through her pictures on her cell phone, I was sitting next to her, and she was pulling up paintings, and I was like, oh, that looks familiar. Oh, that looks familiar, knowing of course they were my paintings, but thinking that maybe they had been hers in a previous session. And she said, oh, no, those are the weekly intentions. And so it was exciting for me to see that that was something that she held dear to her heart, and something that she found really resonated with her enough to take a screenshot, enough to set that as a reminder in her own, on her own phone to connect to throughout the week. So again, guys, thank you for being here. This has been so much fun and a time to bring some positivity into our lives. So let's go ahead and get started. For those of you who don't know me and this is your first time being here, again, thank you. My name is Courtney Kane. I am a medium and a spiritual advisor, and I paint the images and symbols that come through when we connect, so that while of course in session, and then here when we set our weekly intention. So everybody, those of you who have done this with me before, you know my prayer, you know my mantra. Go ahead and take that good deep breath in, big exhale out, and let's call on those guides and angels. So guides and angels on our right, guides and angels on our left, guides and angels in front, and guides and angels in back, to balance and harmonize our time here and leave us in the light and allow nothing but the highest, the truest, or the best to manifest upon us now. As soon as I just did that, of course, the canvas is here waiting, and I immediately heard eagle's eye view, which to me is almost, let me see here, anybody else feeling, first of all, today is Mercury retrograde, right? So I know that so many, whether you believe that that has something to do with the energy around you or not, so many people are feeling extremely overwhelmed right now. I know that is matching the influx of messages of like urgent, like I need to get in, I need a session, do you have time? I'm seeing so many people kind of struggling through this right now. And there was a moment, I'll be real honest today, of overwhelm, even with myself. We're all human. We all go through that. There are things that are on my list that I've got to get to, that I've got to get done. And, you know, nobody else to do it but me. And so I know that so many people are feeling that right now. By the way, I'm painting. Can you see that? It's yellow there. And for me, the today, so it's interesting that that word, eagle's eye view, there was a moment where I felt my anxiety or energy rising. And I don't typically feel anxiety in the way that I used to, okay? However, when I start to feel that there is something kind of coming up for me, it does feel like that. It kind of comes up and I would say almost sits on my chest, if you will, pressure. And in that moment today, I had that feeling of, okay, Courtney, feel it, move it through you, stop, take a breath in, right? Hold it out and breathe it on. But as I took that breath and I exhaled, I took a moment to almost rise above, and that verbiage, take the eagle's eye view. I can see how I was actually doing that earlier today, where we have that moment and pull ourselves out of the almost the ant-like behavior, and we pull ourselves out of the situation or the overwhelm. Even taking a breath for a moment to do that, I encourage all of you to do that. Take a good deep 4-count breath in and 4-count exhale out, feeling everything go away, but almost then drifting your energy up and viewing this moment as if you were the eagle soaring above, realizing that, of course, in this moment, whatever you are going through, that anxiety or that need to take action or that need to speak up is there to prompt you to move forward. However, when you take that eagle's eye view, you are prompted to look at the greater picture, the bigger picture. We don't necessarily feel so alone when we expand that, that view. We don't feel so in it or in the depths of the darkness sometimes, even depression that some I see are feeling right now. Make sure that when you're feeling those energies, you're not sugarcoating it and jumping out of it necessarily, but you're feeling them fully, and you're going within, meditating. Prayer is always really, really important. Calling on your own guides and angels, calling on yourself to ground and heal. But remembering that what you're sitting in right now is not that final destination of where it is you're wanting to go. I say that and it's interesting. I feel anxiety rise even in me as I speak about it. So taking the breath in to feel it and move it through. And in that moment, again, taking that expansive view of that eagle, and knowing that there's a reason that we are moving through this, even if it's just for the lesson. So many people I'm seeing right now are saying that they're finding that there are so many different patterns that are popping up for them time and time again, and that they are so tired of the same pattern. It's interesting, I'm seeing this in my own life as well. I really do want to encourage you as a person, as a soul, to know that I'm telling you, are so not in this alone. This life that we're living is here to help us connect to those around us. It's there to help show other people that when we're moving through something that feels difficult, something that is certainly not easy, when we show people that we can move through those situations or those moments, we're helping ourselves, of course, grow, but we're also showing and helping those around us, knowing that they can too get through hard things. Make sense? Almost done with that painting here. It's coming along. Do you see that? It's that eye. Taking that, again, that eagle's eye view, expanding your vantage point, expanding that that view, knowing again that you are moving through this, and that there's a reason, and that you don't necessarily have to have it all figured out today. You know, I'm finding that even a lot of clients of mine that are moving through, say, development classes or well, even those different, difficult situations, they're wanting to know why, they're wanting to know what the lesson is right now today. And sometimes that lesson doesn't pop up, or the reason why you're moving through that, for another 10 years. Make sense? Let's see here. So making sure that while you're moving through whatever energy that you're moving through right now, making sure that you're feeling it for what it is, expressing it, speaking your truth, sharing openly with your healing process and your knowing, but then also getting out of that anxiety in the moment, that fear in the moment, that pressure in the moment. Lots of people are feeling it as pressure, and I understand that. But when you feel it, stopping, recognizing it, taking that 4-count breath in, taking that space for that 4-count exhale out, and then taking that expansive view, that expansive